What if I told you that the worst thing that ever happened to you could become the best thing that ever happened to you? That the pain you're running from holds the very key to your strength? You see, struggle doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're being forged. Most people avoid hardship like it's a plague, not realizing it's the gateway to their evolution. The truth is, comfort never made anyone powerful. Setbacks, failures, heartbreaks, those are your training grounds. That's where your grit is born. Think about it. Every champion, every legend, every leader you admire, they didn't rise by avoiding pain. They rose because they embraced it. They learned to dance with the struggle, to bleed and still move forward. That's how they became unstoppable. When life hits you with setbacks, most people ask, why me? But the ones who grow ask, what now? There's a shift in mindset that turns tragedy into transformation. And that shift begins the moment you stop seeing your struggle as a punishment and start seeing it as preparation. Because your setbacks are not the end of your story. They are the plot twist that makes the story worth telling. Have you ever noticed that the people with the most inspiring stories are never the ones who had it easy? They're the ones who fell, who broke, who crawled through hell and still found the strength to rise. Your struggle is not your identities, your initiation. Pain has a way of revealing parts of you you didn't know existed. It strips you of ego, of illusion, of comfort. It forces you to look within and ask questions no one wants to ask. Who am I without what I lost? What do I believe in when everything's falling apart? That's when your real character is revealed. That's when the mask drops and your true self begins to emerge. Struggle doesn't just break you down, it reshapes you. And the version of you that comes out on the other side, that version is sharper, stronger, more resilient. That version doesn't crack under pressure. That version becomes the one people admire, but only because you earned it. Let me remind you, the mountain that's crushing you right now is the same mountain you look back on and say, that's where I found my power. Because your power is not in the absence of struggle, it's in your ability to face it, survive it, and grow through it. Too often we think power comes from success, but true power is born from persistence. From falling 100 times and getting back up 101. From learning that your wounds are not signs of weakness, but symbols of survival. They are proof that you've been tested and you're still here, still standing, still pushing. You are not meant to avoid the storm. You are meant to become the storm, because the universe doesn't throw you into chaos to destroy you, it throws you in to teach you how to rise. To teach you that you are far more capable, far more unbreakable than you ever imagined. You don't find yourself in the easy chapters of life. You find yourself when the world goes silent, when you're left alone with your thoughts, your fears, and your will to keep going. And in that silence, something awakens, a fire, a force, a voice that says, I'm not done yet. That voice is your superpower. You might feel broken now, you might feel lost, betrayed, defeated, but that's not the end of your story. That's the middle, and the middle is always messy. The middle is where the transformation happens. The middle is where the weak give up and the warriors rise. You have a choice: stay down and stay bitter, or rise up and become better. Struggle isn't the opposite of success, it's the path to it. The question is, will you let the weight crush you, or will you learn to carry it and become stronger? Rising through resistance imagine, a seed buried deep beneath the soil. It's dark, it's cold, and everything around it is pressing in from all sides. But instead of giving up, the seed pushes back. It grows roots, it breaks through the dirt, and one day it reaches the light. That's what struggle does. It's the soil that strengthens your roots. Resistance isn't meant to stop you, it's meant to refine you. When you learn to face the pressure, to stay in the fight when everything in you wants to quit, that's when the breakthrough comes. That's when your life begins to change. Every setback is a setup for strength. Every rejection is redirection. Every loss teaches you something gain never could, but only if you're willing to listen. Most people don't listen to pain, they numb it, they run from it, they avoid it. But pain is the most honest teacher you'll ever have. It doesn't sugarcoat, it doesn't lie. It tells you exactly where you're weak, exactly what needs work. And if you have the courage to face it, pain will sculpt you into someone capable of far more than you ever thought possible. There's a myth that strong people don't feel pain. That's a lie. Strong people feel every ounce of pain. They just don't let it define them. They take that pain and build something with it. They take their story, their scars, their shame, and turn it into a legacy. Because your struggle isn't just for you. It's for someone else who's walking through the fire, thinking they're alone. When you rise, you give others permission to rise too. Your survival becomes someone else's blueprint. Your comeback becomes someone else's inspiration. That's the ripple effect of resilience. Every moment you thought was a dead end was actually a detour. Every door that slammed in your face forced you to build your own. You are not behind. You are not too late. You are exactly where you need to be to become the person you were born to be. The struggle is not punishment, it's placement. It's aligning you with the lessons, the people, and the strength you need for your next chapter. But you have to trust it. You have to stop asking, why is this happening to me? And start asking, what is this building in me? Some of the most successful people you admire were once drowning in failure. Oprah was told she wasn't fit for television. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. J.K. Rowling was rejected by multiple publishers, but they didn't let rejection define them. They let it refine them. They kept showing up, they kept swinging, because they believed that their story wasn't over, and neither is yours. You don't need to have all the answers right now. You just need the courage to keep moving forward. Even if it's slow, even if it's messy, progress is progress. Healing isn't linear. Growth isn't glamorous. Sometimes it's just getting out of bed when everything hurts. Sometimes it's taking one small step in the right direction. But if you keep stacking those steps, one day you'll look back and realize how far you've come. The world doesn't need perfect people. It needs real people. People who are willing to be seen in their struggle. People who rise with their scars, not in spite of them, but because of them. Your story, with all its pain, its darkness, its detours, is the very thing that will set others free. So don't hide your struggle. Own it. Use it. Let it become the fuel that drives your greatness. Becoming unstoppable, there will come a moment in your journey when everything inside you screams, I can't do this anymore. And that moment, that exact moment, is where the transformation begins. Because it's not about being fearless, it's about walking forward in spite of fear. It's about choosing strength when weakness feels easier. It's about facing one more day, one more challenge, one more reason to quit and deciding not to. You are not weak because you struggle. You are strong because you keep showing up. And every time you do, you build momentum. You build resilience. You build a mindset that doesn't fold when life gets heavy. That mindset is your true superpower. It doesn't come from books. It doesn't come from talent. It comes from the fire. It comes from the fight. It comes from every moment you chose to believe in yourself when no one else did. The most dangerous person in the world is the one who has been through hell and came out with a smile. Not because the pain didn't hurt, but because it didn't break them. That's the kind of strength you're building. Silent, solid, unshakable. And it's not loud. It doesn't need applause. It just keeps moving, keeps growing, keeps rising. You were not made to stay in the shadows of your pain. You were made to rise through it, to stand on top of it, and declare to the world, this made me. This is where I found out who I really am, because struggle doesn't steal your power, it reveals it. And once you tap into that version of yourself, the one who survived, the one who endured, the one who refused to quit, nothing can stop you. Every chapter of your pain has purpose. Every fall taught you how to stand taller. Every scar became a map to your strength. You're not just enduring struggle, you're becoming something through it. A warrior, a leader, a lighthouse for others in the storm. Don't curse the storm. Learn how to command it. Learn how to use it as fuel, as focus, as fire. You have no idea how powerful you truly are, because you haven't seen what happens when you stop shrinking in the face of struggle and start owning your greatness. Your superpower is not perfection, it's persistence. It's the decision to keep moving forward, no matter what. To wake up every day, face your battles, and fight for the life you know you deserve. So embrace the struggle. Don't run from it. Don't wish it away. Let it build you. Let it shape you. Let it sharpen the edges of your soul. Because one day, you will look back and realize that the struggle you once hated became the catalyst for the person you were always meant to be. You don't just survive your struggle, you become someone unstoppable because of it. And that is your superpower. If this message lit a fire and you don't, let it die. Share this video with someone who's in the middle of their struggle. Be the reminder they need. And if you're ready to stop running from your pain and start using it to rise, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell, because here, we don't escape the storm. we learn how to command it. Drop a comment below and tell me, what's the struggle that's shaping your strength right now? Let's rise together. Your story isn't over. It's just getting powerful.